right, boys, with a lot of new promos coming out, and obviously now almost a month from the release of Madden 25, I got to start updating, or at least starting, a lot of these top 10s. This is the first top 10 running backs list of Madden 25. You guys know I try to update it every 2 to 3 weeks as we get more and more upgrades, and when it, needs to be updated. But the running backs is loaded. We just got a bunch of them this week. We obviously have some new guys coming, hopeful some Team of the Weeks in the next future update as well, but for now, we got to get this list out, man. Let's just jump right to number 10. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, check out my sponsor, U4GM, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. At number 10, I have Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry, I do actually think power running backs are good in this game. If you guys have been to any of my Twitch streams, I have been using guys that are above 246 pounds. That has always been the weight threshold, by the way, for the quick air truck or whatever. Derrick Henry can air truck, and I do think the air truck is back, and I do think he got better ever since they nerfed the spin move. But I will say there is another power back on this list that is also 246 pounds that is just 10 times better than him statistically and also gets every chem. I know I'm kind of foreshadowing here and giving it away a little bit, but Derrick Henry is just not as good as he should be. He's a little bit on the slower end, doesn't have the speed, the excel. The carrying's really, really good. I do like the break tackle and trucking, and like I said, these guys fall forward like crazy. I do think power backs will be at a time. I don't know when people are going to wake up on it, but I think power backs, the big guys, are very, very good right now, and I think people are going to start waking up on it soon. But Derrick Henry, he is probably the worst of the bunch. He can't really catch. He feels super, super stiff, at least compared to the other one. I do think his future card's going to be broken, but for now, I just have to have him at 10, man. They kind of butchered this card. Even as an LTD, he was just never really good. At number 9, we got that man, Raheem Mostert, and this was a card that was RB1 for the first week of the game because he did have that preseason theme team. He also was one of the few cards when the game first came out. It was only him and Hines Ward, the only two cards that could spin. They did end up nerfing it, but I will say he's still pretty solid. He gets, I think 5 or 6 different I think we could just check right here. He gets so many different theme teams in the game. 5 different theme teams. Niners is good. Ravens really good. Browns was really good at the beginning of the year. When we look at the actual stats, the one thing that really holds him back, though, is he's not, very, very fast anymore. He's not the greatest catching back. He's not very big to make up for the lack of speed anymore. But I will say I do think speed is king at the end of the day. And probably leaning him over Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry is really just lackluster in every stat besides being overweight. At number 8, I think Saquon's getting a new card on Wednesday. I mean, he just got a triple touchdown game in his first debut game with the Eagles. I think he's going to get a Team of the Week. Hopefully it's not the LTD, so he's actually affordable. But even now, I still think he's a top 10 running back on this card. He might be the number 1 running back in 4 days by now. What is it? Yeah, 4 days, right? But Saquon Barkley, 85 speed, 85 excel, 87 agility. I know you can't get him anymore, but I know he was a free card from playing college football. I have to include him on this list because I know a lot of people do have him. I play against him a lot, so I'm just going to include him anyways because there's going to be people out there questioning it. But I do think he's insane. 83 change direction, 86 break tackle. I have this thing I have a Saquon curse, though. If you guys have ever seen my Saquon gameplays, he's cursed for me. I don't think I've ever had. I'm 0 for 5 on good Saquon. I'd never have one. I always struggle with him. He always plays bad for me, but he's always a guy that destroys me out there. He did have the spin pre-patch as well, but I still think Saquon's good, man. And he also does get that Eagles team, which is not bad, honestly. Number 7, we got that free CMC. Obviously, I don't have mine upgraded. I have my tokens on other players, but he's an 86 speed base running back, and he gets every team. So you could very, very, very easily get him up to 87 speed, which I absolutely think is amazing. The one thing is, though, with him, even when you look at the normal stats, he is a good catching running back. I don't know what it is with CMC. I don't know if it's because it's his free card or whatnot, but I swear this card never breaks tackles, though. He never falls forward. When he's probably the card I play against the most, honestly. I think he should have been a little bit better, and there's another free running back in that Season 1 who I think is arguably better than him as well. But I do think for a free running back, he isn't as bad. It's kind of hard just to view the stats over here, and plus half of them are getting blocked by my camera, but I'm not going to take all my tokens off. You guys all know about this card. He's a free card that we've all been using forever, but I do think he is still very good. It's great. The Season 1 cards, 10 times better than Season 2, by the way. I just had to put it out there. At number 6, we got Mike Alstott, and this is the card I've been talking about, boys. I have been using him since they patched they patched the spin move. If you guys do not know, he is the same exact speed as Derrick Henry, 84, which is slow, but he does get every theme team, so it's 85, so he's automatically better than Derrick. But he also comes with amazing stats, right? He has 88 trucking on him. He has 87 stiff arm. His change direction is way better than Derrick Henry. His agility, his excel is way, way better, right? He has all 80 plus. Even the change direction is way better than Derrick Henry's at 83. The thing with him, though, is the fast air truck while being able to wiggle and also fall forward every single play. As you guys know, they added boom tech into Madden 25, and everybody is being a baby. Even myself, I'm a baby. I use conservative half the game. When you play on conservative, he is like the only card that falls forward. Him and like Derrick Henry, the only guys that are above 246 pounds. I do think Mike Alstott and all power backs are very, very underrated in this game. I just don't think I can rank him any higher because you do have to play a specific way with him. And also, he is a little bit on the slower end. But I'm telling you, once we get that big running like a Jerome Bettis, a Brandon Jacobs, I'm telling y'all, man, people are going to wake up sooner or later. I can't wait for it. Number 5, we got Beast Mode. And I'm going to be honest, I think they did Beast Mode awfully wrong on this card. I think he should be much better. So as you guys know with Power Back, they always feel a little bit more stiff in the game. I don't know if it's because he has really, really bad agility. I've never been a big fan of the Archetype Power Backs that don't get the fast air truck or fall forward a lot, which is 246 pounds, right? The thing is last year Beast Mode is good because he could still juke because he was underweight. He came out before the spin was nerfed too, so he was also not able to spin. But now even looking at him right here, he did not get the high-end speed, which a lot of running backs now have 87 speed. It's just a card that I don't think really moves us yet because he's a guy that either, one, relied on the juke last year or relied on a broken X Factor. And even looking at his X Factors right now, they gave him Bruiser. And if you guys watch my gameplay, Bruiser sucks. It's absolutely garbage. I think Evasive is not bad, even on Marshawn Lynch, but the problem is Evasive even worth running with how good Boom Tech is? I think everybody that is really super good in this game right now is running a lot of conservative. If you watch the tournament, they're all on conservative, especially after the pre-spin or after the patch. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think Beast Mode got cheated on this card. I think he should have been much, much better. And number 4, we have probably the rarest card in this list. I'd never play LT. I'd never, ever, ever play this card. He is amazing, too. He's 86 speed, which is the same as our guy, Marshawn. He has the same exact cell. Way better agility right there. Way better catcher of the ball, too. His change of direction is very similar. I do like him, though, because he feels more nimble. I'm telling you guys, I don't know if it's an archetype thing, if it's the way they're coded, but like LaDainian Tomlinson, the exact same build, 5'10", 215. He just moves better. I don't know what it is. I think it has to do with archetype. Like I said, could be coding, but he was a guy that was able to spin 2 posts or before the patch. He's just good. I don't know what it is about him, man. LT is a guy who runs routes really good as well. I forgot to mention that too. He's a pass catching running back. He does have 79 short running, which is not hitting a threshold, but it's much better than all the other guys out there. I think the only one really comparable is that CMC card I showed you earlier, but LT is a super slept-on card in this game. At number 3, he was the number 1 running back in the game easily before the patch. Easily before the patch, he would still, and honestly, if they never patched spin, he would be RB1 currently to this day. He gets amazing theme teams, right? Cardinals is one of the best because of Marvin Harrison, too. You also got the Jets theme team, which is still really good. He is 87 speed, but now that a lot of people are just going to conservative, or even if you're playing on non-conservative, he is 78 carrying. There are other guys that now have 87 speed, so the thing that CJ2K is known for is speed. He doesn't have that advantage on anybody else, right? He can't spin, so he has bad carrying. I just think this card is a tad bit overrated right now after that patch. I think he definitely fell off on my rankings. A guy that is above him as well is now I'm ranking above. Even with the evasive, right? Like I said, evasive with 78 carrying, you're just asking for fumbles. You really, really are. I don't know. I think he was amazing. He'd still be number 1, like I said, if there was no patch, but I had to clock him, man. There's just no really benefits of this card over using him over the next 2 guys. And at number 2, it has to be ETN. ETN is literally just a better CJ2K, right? You know what I've noticed? There are so many running backs that are 5'10", 215. Literally on the dot. There's like 3 or 4 of them on this list. I've just noticed that. I don't know if that's EA being lazy or what, but I don't know. Or maybe they all just weigh the same. They're trying to hit a quota there, but 87 speed, 86 excel, 86 agility. He also has much better carrying right there. The catching is still very, very good at 73 for what he is, right? 86 change direction. He's literally just a better card in general, man. He's literally CJ2K, but better. The only negative about him, though, is that he runs only one theme team, which Duval, I'm going to be honest, boys, I don't know if we're that good right now. It's really him, Brian Thomas, and I guess Ramsey, or you could use T-Law too, but Return Man's also a glitchy ability. Very, very good. Very, very good. I think he's definitely a top 3 running back in this game. At number 1, I got that man, Ricky Williams. I did not end up doing a gameplay on this card, but I did get to try him out, and I will say, I think he is overrated for his price. He's 1.5 mil right now. I think he is the most this is the worst value card in the game by far, because I don't think he's much better than ETN. I don't think he's much better than CJ2K and LT. But I do think, like, if we're being honest, if we took the price tags away, I'd probably rank him as number 1, and that's how this list is. I don't take value into it. I just wanted to be honest with you guys there. But 87 speed, 88 excel. He has the highest excel, by the way, out of these guys too. He has really good carrying, so he realistically, you could probably probably not playing conservative with him and not fumble as much as the other guys, but I do love 86 change of direction. The only thing is, though, is with power backs, I'm telling you, they feel a little bit clunky at times, but I will say 230 is a lot better than Marshawn Lynch's 215 right there. And also, like I said, if there was no patch, I don't think he would be, I think he'd be number 3 or 4. I really do, because he doesn't have spin. But the patch did help guys like him, Alstott, Derrick Henry, guys that couldn't spin previously. It makes a guy like Ricky Williams much better. Another thing about him, too, no ability or X Factor to really help him as well. Kind of sucks. He doesn't really get anything crazy. I mean, I guess he gets X Factors, but you got to activate them normally, so not a real X Factor. But yeah, still RB1 for now, I guess. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which running back or running backs are you using right now in the game. I currently am using that Alstott. I am ready for a power back. I would love a Brandon Jacobs right now. Jerome Bettis. Give me an AK Jerome Bettis, and I am throwing him on the squad immediately. But boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.